Well, after a hard day's work out here, folks, yesterday brush cutting, and I ran out of bloody cable too, the little brush cutting wire. So I've got one row left to do over here, but have a look at the rest of the orchard, huh? Now we've got a blowy day today, so we've got the northerlies coming through, high 30s or mid 30s, whatever, but it feels like 40. It's stinking hot. The trees are looking good. You know why? Because I turned the irrigation on yesterday, gave them a good overnight watering, and today they're up and ready for the challenge. So now what we're going to do today is look around, because as I was brush cutting yesterday, you could see, oh my Lord, did I miss a spot? I missed a spot. Yeah, bugger me. Here I am bragging about it and I missed a spot. That's the first one I've done so far. Forget about that. Let's look at these trees, because I had them tied down, I don't know, 6 months, a year ago, to open up the vase shape. That's the shape that I want. Let me explain that quickly for you. Rather than growing straight up, you can have a central leader, or you can espalier and create a wall here like that. I want them to grow out. Why? Because I want to create canopy and shade in these areas, because look how dry and barren it is here. So the high wind, with all the crazy rain, every day we've had rain on and off, the ground is drying up super fast. Where there is mulch on it, I dare say it'll be slightly moist, more moist than what it is without the mulch. This is not mulch, folks, by the way. So in this case here, when the tree grows out, creates a canopy, perfect for keeping the soil cool, keeping it down and wide, because I don't want to be any taller than this. Now that there is a high number for me, folks, because any higher than that means I need a ladder. And I'm not going to climb ladders to pick fruit. So pruning them out is what I'm doing. You can pick your own way if you like to. So what I've done here, because these branches were pulling upwards, I've tied them down. See how I've tied that down? I've pulled it down and weighed it down so I can get that lateral growth that I want. There's no perfect way to do it. Just find the application that's going to best suit your environment. I'm using timber stakes, garden stakes, and this is the old what would you call it, plastic wire or rope that goes around the straw bales. So we're recycling, repurposing. This one's holding okay. All the strings are down. Maybe this one we can bring over here, but that's the new growth that's just come on. So not a big concern. We can shape it down. We've got plenty of time. How do I know I've got plenty of time? Well, the tree isn't that rigid. It's got a lot of flexibility still in it as well. Some trees are more flexible than others. Apples and pears are pretty good, providing they haven't aged. So let's move on and look at the other ones. Again, these are pretty good. We've got some upright growth here. Lots of apples forming here. A heap of apples forming, folks, but again, very soft and easy to move if we need to tie it down any further. One thing you should look out for is a loose knot or string. So if it's over time, as a branch grows, there's a chance that this will either stretch, well, not this in particular, but if you're using soft tie, and we've got some, it'll stretch and cause the branch to go back upright. So you need to retension those. So let's move on. This is all happening in the one take, folks. No editing here, one take, come along. This is an example. Look at that. We broke it. Maybe we actually tied it too hard. That is broken. Come and have a look at this close up. And it's holding on by the thread of some skin there, the outer part there, folks. There's not much going on there, but the tree is so resilient, the actual branch is still alive. Now, is that torturing the tree? Am I punishing it? Well, let's have a look at the colors of the apples here. See how that's dark crimson color here already? Nice and dark. Well, this one down here, not so dark. So it's actually not getting all those vital nutrients and minerals it needs to ripen properly. So let's not waste any more time. We do pruning in this world, and this is one we need to prune off. So that's gone. Now, take the string off as well. I'll do that afterwards, but I'm gonna leave that there in the middle. I've been throwing my branches on the ground as well, but we'll do that in the next segment, and I'll tell you all the benefits about leaving branches on the ground. So move on. This is way down beautifully. Look at that. This tree is almost horizontal. Honestly, it's almost horizontal. So really, I don't need to tie it anymore. But this one over here, this is an apricot. Now this apricot, as I mentioned earlier, about different types of wood, hardwood, softwood, you know, pliable wood and brittle wood. Well, this is brittle. While it's soft like that, it's great, but it's very brittle on the joints, folks. Anywhere you see a union or joint like that there where it's sprouting from, that's its weak point for the apricot, more so than the other plants. So when you tie them down, you've got to make sure it is flexible so you don't put too much pressure on, because if I can remind you all, we did this last time, we snapped it down here when we try to pull this branch out further. Now that's super tight still, soft tie, it hasn't given, you know, it hasn't gone soft, so we're going to leave it like that in this stage. Now I did come out here to tie some down, but I've got nothing here to tie down. And for those who were watching the other day, CGWS, I didn't spray the entire tree, but where I did spray, you can see the white film now. That's the protective coating for all insects and pests. It's not an insecticide or fungicide, it's a shield of armor, protecting your trees and plants from all sorts of problems. Let's find one rope that I snapped yesterday. I was brush cutting. Got a little bit lazy, they reckon. Come on. And we walk all the way down here. We're passing our nectarine and peach here that have got a little bit of leaf curl still on them. They're fine. This is a crazy little cherry plum. Have a look at the plums on that. See all the new growth on it? Useless above it. But that's what we got at the moment. So lots of new growth. All good. But we're going to cut that out later on. Now here's one. Did we snap a wire on this? Nearly did here. No, we haven't snapped a wire. But this is another plum tree. Have a look at the plums hanging here. Beautiful, right? See that there? Now you can see that this branch has taken shape to that space there, but we've got a lot more room and more flexibility here where we can weigh it down even further, because plum trees grow straight up. Well, all trees do really, but every new growth on a plum tree can be quite, you know, aggressive, as you can see here already. We haven't got just one, we've got multiples coming out of the end cut that we've done. So we can tie this down a little bit further. And this is a problem I have. I'm going to just cut this off like that and just have a look at it, say, is that good enough? And plum is more flexible than an apricot. See that? We can bring it right down. Oh, well, bugger it, let's just go down to there. That's a good number, or good shape. So tying it down, make it easy for yourself so you can loosen it. Do a knot that's easily adjustable, and everyone's happy. So we go around. We're going to pull all these down again and just keep opening it up. It's all about the visual, folks, the space you have. Open vase may not suit everybody because properties are getting a lot smaller. You know, backyards, not enough room. But what you can do here is eliminate each branch and replace it with a graft. Not now, but you can. And have multiple fruit growing on these outward horizontals. You can espalier, you can upright growth, you can do whatever you like with your tree really at the end of the day, or let it just grow really tall and sit underneath it, and the rest is history, and you've got a bit of shade there to enjoy. Otherwise, well, here we are, found one. This is what I mean, I snapped this one off. See, it's flexible. Where's the stick for it? It was here. No, you know what I was using? Branches. That's what we're using. How soft's that, eh? That's good soil. That's our soil here that I've been working on. Remember, when we add soil to our garden beds, we're building life within that medium. Not so much around the garden beds. I want you to think about that for a second before I sign off. We're creating massive pot plants here. That's what it is, topsoil, because it's not really connected to that sandy loam that we have and clay on the side. Yeah, some minerals will go out there, but it's not going to change the texture. This is where we're building it. So the bigger the hole, the better it is for your plants when you first plant out. And then just tie it back down like this. And we're nearly done. So folks, if you've got trees that need to be reshaped and stringed down, don't waste any time, because now with the active growth, you want to direct it in the right direction, basically. You don't want it going all sorts of angles. I'm going to weigh this right out there like that, because I know we're going to get a second layer on top, and we'll do a second layer coming out. So it'll be levels, level 1, level 2, and maybe level 3. If you're watching this as we've just uploaded it and you're enjoying what we do here, well, switch over to 693 AM dial. That's 3AW Radio, Weekend Gardening with Darren James and myself. I'm in there this weekend. Give us a call and share all your wonderful gardening adventures, or maybe you've got a problem that you'd like to be solved. We're there to help you with it. And check out our website, Vasili'sGarden.com. I'll be going straight to Bulleen Outlet after radio, so if you're in the neighbourhood, pop down, say hello. I'll be there till about 12 o'clock on Saturday. That's today, folks. Vasili'sGarden.com. Everything you need, everyday prices, right down. From me, Vasili Maresi.